We're here live at the City of Wayne City Hall, and we're going into, well, a couple different reasons. Here. Disabled veteran tax exemption affidavit. We gotta go in there.
Okay, just fine, okay.
How's it going?
Not too bad.
Not too
So
bad.
a credit on top of what, so it's less than what it says. for-
Yeah, she paid that amount. So she paid 122 instead of 102.01. So
Oh.
she paid like $20 extra.
Water bill?
There would be a price.
Pardon?
Your water bill? You paying
Yeah.
your water bill?
Yeah,
So there isn't anything
Not
due right
my
now?
cat.
Oh, well, then I won't do
All right.
anything.
They're like vultures. They'll get it out of you one way or another.
She must have paid it after, and it's like we got the notice. See, the problem was, that's why I'm changing it. It got mailed to our old address, and probably by the time we got it, she had made the payment and it didn't show
Okay,
up.
I got you.
Okay, that's good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
So, you want your envelope?
pardon?
You want your envelope?
All you about it is 62. Thank you.
Save that one for tomorrow. You have a good one, buddy.
Thank you.
Good talking to you. All right. Hello.
Hello.
I have something I need to turn in.
Okay.
Tax assessor, I guess. Let's see.
Here's your copies, and I'll just give her these.
Okay.
Where'd she go? Oh, I see.
Did you want to talk to her, or you just?
Yeah, if she could clarify,
So you can have, what you can do, I wouldn't know. So you
Okay.
can have a seat. She's
Okay.
not available right now. I'll let her know you're here.
okay, thank you, ma'am.
It'll be a couple minutes.
Okay. oh.
I called him and he said, Rob, just come up. This is option 3030 South Newburgh. This is Amy. And she's, what's the comment? Comment. Amy's comment. He wants to, he was just around the corner. I said, well, say hello to her. Yeah. That's actually a term Tuesday. Yeah, we said Thursday. Yeah. Oh, you're fine. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Oh, they get on great.
Everything's my fault. Thank you. That is big initiative. But yeah. Have your realtor do this.
That's right. I said we're gonna play telephone. And then there's that one on Glenwood that guy, he built sheds. Did you know that?
Right, so it was,
Oh, he's gonna come up?
We'll talk about that Thursday though.
He's a veteran. Oh.
Trust you, you know, do you? Hey, you guys talking about my property on Glenwood Road there? You guys have anything you want to talk about?
Mine,
Glenwood Road.
my property.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure.
Hello,
Just making sure.
how are you? I'm good. Nothing
Just
much.
making sure. Oh.
No, it's not.
What up, Josh Abrams? You remember this building? Yeah, how could you forget?
Good, how are you?
Trying to talk to Jennifer Stamper, the tax assessor. We had to turn in our disabled veteran tax exemption, even though the state of Michigan says that I don't have to resubmit this every year, but we live in Wayne, so what can I say? And then I do want to ask her about this assessment tax valuation. So taxes went up 4814 and 2320, 23,200 rather. But somehow the property taxes is going, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense. Because if your taxable value went up, then doesn't make any sense. So I'm gonna try to get. See, I don't know if I ever met Jennifer Stamper in person. I believe I have. Heard a lot about her though. She does seem to have a lot of power. I would like to ask the clerk if she is sad from what I said last time I met her. Oh no, Tina the llama. She's not mad. Tina, eat the food. Eat the food. That's funny. Napoleon Dynamite. I love it. But yeah, we're here to figure out how your taxes go up, but your bill goes down. It's just not making any sense. Market adjustment. And then right here it has homeowner's principal residence exemption, but it does not have disabled veteran exemption. So that right there is inaccurate. Because this, you're not supposed to have to fill this out every year. According to MCL 211.7C, you only have to fill this out once. So I had to refill it out again because, well, you know. But yeah, you're only supposed to have to fill that out once. but instead they've not wanted to follow the protocol, I guess. And they say that I don't have a disabled veteran tax exemption, which I clearly do. But this is what all this is about, guys. It's all about preventing a veteran from running for office and invoking change into the community. So this is their way of trying to say that I'm in arrears to the city, right? So they can try to prevent me from running for office. But I don't think it's gonna. I think it's gonna work for them. But I gotta admit, though, the city of Wayne is a formidable opponent. I will say. They are a formidable opponent.
So in the middle is when I'm trying to get appointments.
Tell them they owe you a refund because your taxes were used to pay for public employees to trespass in your land several times. Yeah, I mean that's an issue that we're litigating in U.S. District Court right now. So that'll be a fun one. It'll be a fun one. But yeah, I paid $98 last year in my property taxes, and I still feel ripped off because of shit like this right here. Because of shit like this, people. You see that? So, Josh Abrams, you're not lying, dude. You're speaking facts here. And I got the proof. I got the receipts. So I don't know. Where should I put that one? Should I hang that one? Should I hang it? Yeah, because we got Veterans Haven up here. We got Disabled Vet Source down here. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Could you? I'm not sure on this. So how did if the assessed value went up, how did it go down? I'm just not understanding, unless that's supposed to be an addition or.
Oh, the left. That's like the next.
Give me 1 second, okay?
Yeah, we can hang it up. Do we want to hang it up, guys? What do you think, guys? Should we hang it up? Hang it. Yeah, well, I know that, Josh. I mean, you can see Veterans Haven right there. You know, that's
Sarah Jackson is one. She got her name on here. Zena Clark is.
well, I'm just trying to document to see if they're gonna remove it again or not. We're just documenting. Because they will take it down again. I know they will. Yeah, they don't understand the Fifth Amendment and the 14th Amendment. They really don't understand that. But yeah, let's see if we can get this.
But I did some updates, so you can go right back and give me a second. Let me close this and save it.
What name do you have on there? Three 5006 Michigan Avenue.
Josh Abrams, Supreme Court has already ruled that if a public building allows private entities to post on an accessible billboard, then any citizen can. Yes, that is correct. That is correct.
You don't have either one, either Zena Clark or Sarah Jackson.
Of course, we have Women's History Month, of course, St. Patrick's Day.
It's a part of, it's like right next to Designer Warehouse. Part of our property. So that's why the bill, it actually sent to both parties, the manager and the owner. And the owner's been, they've had it for like 30 years, 30 or 40 years.
Yeah. Well, wasn't it on there last year?
It was, but it got denied. But it looks like it's on there.
So if it got denied, why would it be on there then? It
It's,
just
I think
just-
it's a glitch in our system, but that's
Yeah.
the estimated.
okay. That it's gonna go up or go down?
Go down, that's what the.
Oh, with the okay. All right, we're playing Ring Around the Rosie with my property. That's cool. Thank you. You too. So there you have it, folks. There you have it. It went down $3,000 because of the principal tax exemption. That's the whole reason why we're going to U.S. District Court, or sorry, the Michigan Tax Tribunal. We're going to the Michigan Tax Tribunal because they unlawfully stripped away that exemption and the disabled veteran exemption. But then I guess they were so kind to add just that one back on there. So apparently I'm no longer a disabled veteran according to the city of Wayne, Michigan. So I don't know. Who knows? I know they're gonna have a hell of a time explaining that one to the Michigan Tax Tribunal. I know that. So, but to give you guys a quick little rundown before I let you go here, the city of Wayne has an ordinance that requires all properties that if you rent out any portion of a property, you have to register it with the city as a rental property. And that ensures that the city can, take your money. They get a $100 permit every few years. And then they have every 3 years, you got to have a certificate of occupancy inspection. Those run about $400 or $500, I think, last time I checked. So it's a way for the city to inspect your property to make sure that it's up to rentable standards. But really, it's just a cash grab, as you guys all know. The city of Wayne retroactively revoked my disabled veteran tax exemption that's granted through the state of Michigan because they claimed that I no longer own or occupy the property as my primary residence because I also registered it as a rental property, even though the city charter requires me to. The ordinance, one of the ordinances requires you to do that. So basically, I was punished for following the law, and interesting. And their basis was because I registered my property with the city like I was supposed to, like I was required to, and then I posted one of my extra rooms in my house because I live in a 7-bedroom house. I posted a couple rooms for rent on Facebook, and they used that as proof that I no longer live on the property, even though my address didn't change. I didn't acquire any new property. My son still gets picked up from school at that address. For all intents and purposes, that's where we live. There's no reason to believe we don't live there. But yeah, the city is trying. And what's the reason why they're doing this? Well, they're doing this because the city also has a charter or has a ordinance or has a stipulation in their city charter that won't let people that are in arrears run for office in the city of Wayne. So if they can falsely claim that I owe them back property taxes, then they can prevent me from running for office. So they think. So, I mean, that's the reason why, guys. Obviously, I have the, $650,000 property, the biggest and best and the most expensive in the city. So obviously the city, not only do they want me to pay taxes on that piece of land, but they also want the piece of land. Let's just be frank here. So, it's a win-win for them, they think, right? They falsely claim I owe them money. And then if the tax tribunal were to agree with that, well, then they get, tens of thousands of dollars out of me, right? And if they lose, well, then they at least prevented me from running for office, I guess. That must be their thought process. But unfortunately, they're dealing with me, somebody who can read and write, and someone who knows a thing or two about the city of Wayne and their charter. And why they're doing what they're doing. So that's the reason why, guys. The reason this whole, property tax issue exists is because the city's trying to prevent me from running for office at best, and then at worst, they're trying to steal my house from me. So, I don't envision that the state of Michigan is going to condone this or allow it, but there is always that small chance, right? And it's a kind of a scary thing, to be honest with you. But we have faith in the Lord. We have faith in Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, that He's going to provide us the strength and the wisdom and the knowledge to fight this battle, and that we will reign supreme in the end. So I appreciate your guys' support again for tuning in. Shout out to Josh Abrams, Accountability for All. You are the man, you are the myth, you are the legend. And I can't thank you enough, man. So we got 3 FOIA denial. We got 2 FOIA denial appeals filed today. We have a new FOIA submitted, and we also have actually we have three FOIA denials appeals. 3 FOIA appeals from previous FOIAs that the city of Wayne erroneously denied. So we've appealed those officially, formally. So now the next step is for the city council. They get to decide if they want to release the information or not. And then if they don't want to release it, then we just combine all the FOIAs into one nice lawsuit, and the city of Wayne loses, and they got to pay my filing fees. And then if they keep on keeping on, then I suspect that the circuit court's going to impose sanctions against the city of Wayne for their misconduct and their clear and utter violation of Michigan FOIA laws. So the saga continues, guys. The saga continues. Please stay tuned. I will give you guys an update as soon as one is available. And again, thank you for your time. Thank you for your support. God bless you all. And have a great week. And we'll either talk later today, maybe tomorrow. Just gotta get some work done today, though. I gotta submit a brief, and I gotta amend a couple complaints, and then I gotta start working on a couple more lawsuits, new lawsuits. That we've drafted everything mostly, but you always want to refine and make sure that things are done properly, that we don't submit something, have it get kicked back because you didn't format something properly, or you misspoke or whatever. So just takes time consuming. But we do have court tomorrow over the limestone parking pad in my front yard, so we're going to be filing an amended complaint for that as well. But we can likely wait on that one. But the sign lawsuit, we got to amend and file a briefing for that. And then should be good. But yeah, we gotta get that May 9th, May 19th, July 5th, and everything from May 9th to I guess it would have been February 15th, I think, is when I got the probation terminated. So better part of eight or 9 months we got to litigate, and obviously that's going to be extremely complex, extremely Kafka-esque, and what more can we do, guys? Obviously my wife thinks I'm crazy because she was like, man, we just need to move and get the fuck out of the city of Wayne. And I'm like, yeah, if only it were that simple. But unfortunately, I'm not fleeing. I'm not fleeing my my home and everything that I've ever worked for, and I'm just not willing to do it. So call me crazy if you want, but I really wish I had the ability to quit, but I just don't. I don't have that ability in me. And I should have joined the Marine Corps, honestly, because it would have probably been more up my alley. But I'm an Army man. I'm a soldier, and that's what we do. We fight no matter what. No matter what the odds are, no matter if we're walking into certain death. We push forward and we do what others aren't willing to do. While others are running away from gunfire, we are running towards gunfire. And for many of you, that's enough, right? For many of you, that's all you're looking for in an elect leader. Not somebody who's perfect, not somebody who's refined or polished, but somebody who truly has your best interest in mind and is willing to fight when others cower, right? So I appreciate your guys' time. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and together we're gonna take over the city of Wayne, Michigan. And oh, by the way, before I forget, I have breaking news. I have a major announcement. Zook Pond has been officially funded. We had a very generous donor, a very well-off donor who's a veteran, who found out about our project, and he has donated $5,500, the entirety of the remaining project cost, and we're so thankful. Not only as myself and my family and the family of John Zook Jr., but the city of Wayne, the taxpayers and the residents and the citizens of Wayne are going to be blessed with the most beautiful memorial style pond that well, the only one that's ever existed in Wayne, and the only one that likely ever will exist, because it's the only property where it would be feasible. And it's on, man. So construction will be starting probably in June or July. We got to look at the schedule, Schlick Pond schedule. We got to get on their schedule, but yeah, I did have a very generous donation come in last night from a veteran, and I can't thank him enough. I can't thank him enough for helping to make sure that this pond not only happens, but happens promptly, right? Because I would eventually had the money, likely around October of this year, but it's such a blessing. When you're doing the Lord's work and you're really fighting for freedom and you're really fighting for justice and you're fighting for liberty, people see it. People see it, and people want to support it. So I'm speechless. I'm absolutely speechless. It's been a couple years in the making. It's been, months of incarceration to make this pond project happen. And I'm so excited to not only honor the life of John Zook Jr., but also to honor all veterans that honorably have served our country. And some of them have given the ultimate sacrifice, right? John Zook Jr. gave the ultimate sacrifice for his country, and I gave up many months of my life incarcerated for my country. And some veterans, though, they never came home. Some veterans, they got sent out to war as in some cases, not even 18 years old, 17 years old, a young man, right? Not even a boy, right? They've been sent out as boys and never returned home. And as this war in Iran continues to escalate, I just want you guys to remember that regardless of your political affiliation, regardless of, you know, what you personally believe about, you know, a particular war or a conflict, I want you guys to remember the man or the woman, mostly men, let's just be honest. I want you to remember the men that have given everything for this country. Regardless if they're fighting for freedom or if they're fighting to make oil execs money. Those young men fought, many of them without a choice. Many of them were drafted. Many of them come from circumstances where there simply wasn't any other option, right, for a lot of these service members. And, you know, the vast majority of them serve with such humility and such dignity and such honor and integrity that no matter what side of the argument you're on, please pay tribute to those. Pay tribute to those that have lost everything. And if you know a disabled veteran in your community, please go and thank one of them for their service and their sacrifices, because I know that disabled veterans have come under fire recently. Franz, what's up? Hello, boss. How you doing? But you know, disabled veterans have come under attack by the mainstream media. Some of the mainstream media has insinuated that disabled veterans are greedy and they're gaming the system and they're taking advantage of the system. America, Wayne, Michigan, the city of Wayne, Michigan. Look it up. But thank a veteran for his service, and please support our disabled veterans, because a lot of the disabled veterans you see, while they still might be breathing, they still might not technically be dead. A lot of them are carrying war wounds that the average American really truly can't comprehend. There's nothing glamorous about war. There's nothing sexy about it, guys. You know, it's not a Tom Clancy or a Call of Duty video game. People leave war battered, bruised, defeated, suicidal, homicidal, broken. These young men, many of them 18 years old, right? Can't even legally drink, can't even legally vote. Well, I guess they can vote, but can't legally drink, can't legally own a firearm. And they're being sent off to third world countries, typically in the Middle East, and they're being asked to do, in some cases, deplorable things. And they're given what is called a lawful order, but oftentimes they're not lawful orders. I live in Michigan, and I am from Iran. Well, welcome to the channel, buddy. Glad to have you here. But yeah, there ain't nothing sexy about war, guys. There ain't nothing sexy about it. Oftentimes these young men come back from war and they're unrecognizable to their families and to their community. And oftentimes when veterans return home, they're treated as dangerous pariahs in their community, like I was treated by the city of Wayne, Michigan, repeatedly, time and time again. Some of them are falsely imprisoned. And some of them are shot dead in their own home, like John Zook Jr. was on June 18th of 2024. The average American, the average human being cannot comprehend what our service members go through and what our veterans have went through. And the true cost of war is insurmountable. You know, it's virtually impossible to tally it up. It's virtually impossible just to tally up the casualties and the deaths, let alone the unspeakable suffering that our nation's heroes have endured. So I encourage you, if you know of a veteran struggling, please reach out. Please make initiative. Contact the VA if you have to. Get our disabled veterans the help that they desperately need. Because a lot of veterans in this country, just because they hang up the uniform, just because their time in service ends, doesn't mean that their service to their country ends. And the reason you see so many veterans seemingly self-destruct and take their own lives on a daily basis is because those veterans are treated like a dangerous pariah in their community, and they still have that desire to serve. And when they're denied or rejected that desire to serve, a lot of them feel that they simply have no purpose. And I can relate to that, and I can feel that, and I sympathize with that. Because although I've never been to war in the Middle East, I've been to war with those that wear the same uniform as I do. And from those that I've spoken to and those that have spoken to me, it doesn't seem to be a big difference between fighting somebody in Iraq or Afghanistan or Iran versus fighting somebody that wears the same uniform as me or the same uniform as them. The same uniform as us. Fighting corruption, especially internal corruption, is very much a war that many don't fight. But it is a requirement for freedom. Because believe it or not, guys, the people that are trying to take your freedom oftentimes are not somebody from Iran or Iraq or Afghanistan, but they're somebody sharing the same uniform as you. Typically a higher up, a tyrant, someone who has lost their way and their purpose, right? Your purpose is to serve your soldiers and to take care of your soldiers, but a lot of senior leadership has forgotten that. And so, while many of us fight deployed, many of us fight at home, and many of us fight in our communities every single day. And when the fight becomes too much, you see the result every day. They say 22 a day end their own lives. 22 a day in America, 22 veterans a day. Well, let's not thousands, the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of veterans that are carrying the wounds of war every single day. And we can't thank you guys enough for your support. It's truly a blessing. It's truly a blessing beyond words. You got something out of it today. And I hope you understand the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. It's not for money.